This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Listen, folks, I don't know what Zion Williamson is going to be, but I can tell you this much. The young boy has a lot of upside. I'm going to say that again. The young boy has a lot of upside. I feel like Zion Williamson is pretty much a very talented player. He can put the ball on the floor. He has sheer will, sheer athleticism, and sheer strength. He has shown that he could get injured, but I believe that, it's more having to do with the weight aspect. I feel like he's toting a little bit too much weight. And I feel that when he gets into his true NBA body, which should be, I'd say 15, at best 20 pounds lighter than what he currently is right now, because he should be about 20 pounds lighter, he's going to be a force to reckon with. I think they clock him in at what, 285? Matter of fact, let me take that back. Probably 30 pounds. If he's at 255, but he can turn it into muscle because he got some baby fat on him. If he could turn some of that into muscle, you know what I'm saying, or most of it into muscle and drop about 30 pounds, it's going to help him in terms of longevity. He's going to be able to last in the NBA a lot longer. I see Zion Williamson right now because he is what we call a NBA draft, right? Pick, the number one pick, that is. He's going to revolutionize the New Orleans Pelicans. I think he's going to be able to do what Anthony Davis wasn't able to do. I know with lottery draft picks, it's a 50-50, right? It's either they're going to be superstars or they're going to be a bust. I don't see busts written all over this kid. I see that this kid can ball out of control. I see that he can basically run the floor. I mean, he has Anthony Mason type handles, but he also has, LeBron type of vision on the court. I mean, it's just ridiculous how many people that you can compare this guy to on the basketball court. His athleticism, his ability to get above the rim is better than LeBron James. He's physically more imposing than LeBron James ever was. This guy's big, man. He's a big boy. So when it comes to what we call the true Mack trucker of the basket, that's Zion Williamson. And his name tells you he's coming with that Zion, man. I'm going to say that again. He's coming with that Zion. So I think he's going to revolutionize the New Orleans Pelicans. I know some people are like, man, the jury is still out. But, sometimes we could see special talents for what they are. Now, the New Orleans Pelicans need to learn their lesson from Anthony Davis and make sure that they take care of this guy and make sure that they surround the surrounding pieces around him that's going to be effective. So that way he doesn't leave. And they really, really, really take care of him and make sure that, they preserve his body. His strength and conditioning is on point. The only thing with Zion Williamson is because he has big boy genetics, he got heavier set. I really question, his ability to, be disciplined in terms of a nutritional aspect. He just got them big boy genes, he got those fat genes. So he's really going to have to make sure that he's disciplined in the off season and especially in the off season. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a propensity to really blow up. He has that kind of borderline Shaq frame when you think about it. So that's the issue that I see with him. And the other issue is he's going to have to expand his game. I would like to see him develop an outside shot, but I believe that he can do that. He has shown the propensity to be a hard worker, and dedicate himself to basketball. Just basically push all of the outside noise to the side, to the wayside, and basically just focus on his craft. If he does that, then I believe sky's going to be the limits for that guy. I believe he's going to be able to dominate, and I believe he's going to do his thing. I have all the high hopes for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even Michael Jordan has come out and said that, hey, this guy's going to be better than LeBron James. I'm not going to go that far to say that, but based on what I see so far, he has the mechanics and he has the skill set in his arsenal to do so. I'm not going to say that that's not the case. And I understand where MJ's coming from because, again, like him, I'm a deep thinker and I could analyze situations for what they are. Like I said, Zion Williamson had all the prerequisite to dominate the next era of basketball. He's going to be that guy. The question is, does he have the mindset to be that guy? Those are the questions that are going to get answered. Now, I'm going to teach you guys something about basketball because I'm always giving you guys a teaching moment. There's what was called a 7-year rule. This is a rule that me and a homeboy of mine's, E-Dub, we've invented this rule. You give a player 7 years so that they can show you what they can pretty much contribute and what they can pretty much show in 7 years. What do I mean by that? It takes a basketball player, especially at the NBA level, 7 years to really show you if he's going to be a superstar level player or not. Because what happens in the first 3 years is what we call the improvement development year. Me and E-Dub coined this. The improvement or the development year. These first 3 years is where the person is learning how to improve and expand on a lot of their games. Outside game, jump shooting, ability to shoot free throws, ability to know, when to take high pressurized situation shots versus low pressurized situation shots, the ability to understand, the game plan and the X and O's on an NBA level. These first 3 years, any player, regardless if you're a role player, you're the worst player ever played in the NBA, all the way up to a superstar, these first 3 years are pivotal for you to gain that knowledge so that you can play in the NBA game. After 3 years and you've gotten comfortable in the NBA game, now you're going from year 3 to year 7. You're basically going on what's called an improvement. Basically, you're working on your body continuously, making sure that you're fine-tuning it to basically take the rigors of the NBA season for the long haul of your career. And then you're also being able to understand time management from year 3 to 7, because that's a pivotal year for a lot of players. Players can get hurt. Players can go through, ebbs and flows where the team, basically says, okay, screw this team. We're going to do away with these players and we're going to trade them. Year 3 through year 7 is basically like what we call a midlife crisis for a lot of NBA players, or for all NBA players. Really, that's what separates the weak from the strong, year 3 to year 7. You really find out in year 3 to year 7 what type of player are you going to be. Are you going to be that superstar for the rest of your career? Are you going to be that role player, that high-level role player for the rest of your career? Or are you going to be what I call a bona fide journeyman for the rest of your career? This is where you find that out, from year 3 to year 7. And also, this is the year where you really tell yourself, okay, am I going to be a two-way player? Am I going to play offensively and defensively? Or am I just going to stick into the habit of what I like, whether it's being offensively dominant player or defensively dominant player, and I'm just going to run with that? This is where you're going to know this between year 3 and year 7. Year 7 is basically going to be the full maturation, both mentally and physically, of the player. After year 7, a player can't get no better than what they are. At that point, it's just basically maintaining. This is what the 7-year rule is. The world has been finally introduced to the 7-year rule. I need to see what Zion Williamson is going to do in 7 years. So there's a lot of ifs with him. But based on what I see and the potential that's in front of me, I believe he has all of the prerequisites. I believe he has the skill set. And I believe he has the ability to become that next great NBA player for the next generation. This is Hinos' Sport. Checking out.